everyone, my name's Katrina. This is Lavender Beginnings Art. Today's video is going to be about making these cute little earrings. So it's like a checkered peppermint and then this cute little heart swirl. This is what they look like up close. So I'm going to show you how to make these with the polymer clay. I'm going to put the earrings together and then make the little cards out of watercolor paper. So everything I use in the video is going to be linked in the description. Let's get started. Picture of all the items I used. It'll be in the description below. We're going to start out by making this checkered peppermint. I used half white, half red, and then you're just going to cut those pieces in half and you're going to line it up like this, white with the red, white, red, white. Then you just roll them out. I'm not doing a perfect like checkered pattern for this. I like it being a little wavy, but you just want to make sure the reds and whites are in this checkered pattern. You want it to be red, white, red, white, red, white. You don't want them to be all smushed up in the same color, otherwise it's not going to come out a checkered pattern here. So we're just putting it together like this, and then we're going to roll it out flatter, make it the same thickness, and then I fold it again just because I like having my earrings a little thicker. And just make sure you check the front and back whenever you're rolling them out, because the side, like, they look different. I flipped it over and got this checkered pattern because I like that one a little better. It's not a perfect checkered pattern. If you want a perfect checkered pattern, there's other tutorials for that. I'm not doing that. So for the little heart here, you just kind of roll out that leftover clay and then you get this swirly pattern once you roll it into a little wormy. Then I just punched out a bunch of different ones just so I could pick which one I liked most. So these are the ones I had, and I chose that one. I think that looks nice. I saved those ones for later, and then you're rolling it out again. And I did some little heart ones too, because I thought those were cute. And I matched them with my other pattern I did earlier. I just did the exact same thing for that last one, just cut them out different, that's all. So for the next one, we're doing that heart swirl one. Just roll them out, and then you're gonna roll them into little wormies and swirl them together. So I just use this acrylic sheet and you roll them out into worms. You basically just have you have it angled so it's partially on the table, and you just push it. You line it up like this so it's red, green, and pink. Then you just swirl it together and roll it into a wormy, swirl it and roll it. And then you cut off the ends, and then you just kind of wrap it in on itself and cut it so you can put the ends together like this. And you do it again. And you just want to try to smooth it out so it's a circle. You don't want it to be an obvious break in the chain. Then I squish it down like this and use a little circle cutter for the center and the outside just to get it a perfect size. And if it is a little too thick, you can just squish it down a little more, do the cutter again, and make the circle in the middle even again. And now we're gonna do the cute little hearts. So let's see, well, there I am, fixing it some more because I thought it needed a little bit flatter. You don't want it to be too thick because then your rings aren't gonna fit through whenever you go to put those loops in. So for the checkered, or not the checkered, for the swirled heart part here, you are just gonna swirl it together again, and then you cut them and keep doing that until you get a good swirl pattern. Then you flatten it out like this. That just helps get all the air bubbles out so you don't have to deal with any bubbles of air. And then I cut them in half and put them down, swirl it some more. You just really want to do it until you get a pattern that you like. It doesn't need to be exact. You're never going to get the exact same thing I get. So I thought this looked cute. Added more green. And then I roll it out. And I got a good green swirl. This is what they look like now. And then here we're gonna add the little punches. I have a little tiny circle cutter. And you're just gonna punch them at the top of the swirled heart, or the swirl circle, and then one at the bottom of the heart and one at the top of the heart, just in the center, just like this. Just make sure you go all the way through, and so you don't have any problems later. You don't want it to be too thick. You want it to be at the top of it, so again, the little hooky thing to put them together at the end can fit through. Now I use a acrylic medium gloss varnish just because you don't really have to do this. I just like making them look a little more shiny, so that's what I use. You can also like sand it and polish it and it'll do like the same effect. It just takes a lot longer and I don't feel like doing that. So I do fronts and backs. Don't do what I did and lay it on paper. I don't know what I was thinking. I just kind of scraped it off later and it worked out fine, so it wasn't too crazy, but oops. Probably just take your time and don't rush through it like I did for a video. So for the backs of the earrings, I just super glue them on with Gorilla Glue, and don't be dumb and get your fingers stuck together like I also did in this video, which you do for content. So here I am starting with the hoops. You want to make sure the earring is facing forward for whenever you put them together. And see, if you had it a little too thick, the ring wouldn't fit in the holes. You would have to do one ring for each thing and then put them together in the middle like I did for the second one. So these are how those cute little peppermint circles came out. And now I'm going to show you how to do the hearts. The heart one, I just did a ring on the circle part. Oh, I guess I'm not doing that yet. Hang on. Put them on the backs of the other earrings. Okay, so here's the next earring. So you're gonna do a circle, one on the circle part, and then you connect one on the bottom of the other heart, and then you just use one to connect them together so they face forward. Like this. And you're just going to do that for both of them. Connect one on the heart, and then you're going to connect it to the dangly stud, which I ran out of storage on my phone, so I couldn't show all of it. I had to delete some things. So for cutting the paper, I put it at 8, and then I do it at 10, and that's how I do each one. So they're like 8 by 10 centimeters, I think. And then I use my pointy tool here to poke holes through the paper. I just try to make them evenly spaced and at the same level. You could probably use a ruler and get it exact, but I am lazy. Don't want to do that. I just eyeball it. It's made out of watercolor paper, so it's super simple to do, and it looks nice. I think it looks really nice. Doesn't cost a bunch of money like everything else. The earring holders I see in stores are always too small, and these just, you can cut to any size you want, as long as you have that paper cutter. It's only like 15 bucks on Amazon. So these are the finished earrings. I think they turned out really cute, and I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and make sure you hit the notification bell. Bye!